Welcome to my class. In this video lecture, we will talk about cloud computing, its advantages and disadvantages. This is part 2. What are the advantages of cloud computing? The advantages of cloud computing are as no need to understand infrastructure, lower expenses, no upgrade cost, document format compatibility, unlimited storage capacity, increased data reliability, universal document access, latest version availability, device independence, hand-picked software integration, and the last one is quick deployment. These are some of the advantages of cloud computing. Advantages of cloud computing. The use of the cloud provides number of advantages. First, lower expense or cost efficient. Cloud computing is probably the most cost efficient method to process and store data. It lowers the expense for companies as they need not buy their own software or servers. Since applications run in the cloud, not on the desktop PC, your desktop PC does not need the processing power or hard disk space demanded by the traditional desktop software. Second, no need to understand infrastructure. It enables services to be used without any understanding of their infrastructure. The user of cloud service need not understand what particular hardware, software, or operating systems are required for providing cloud computing service. No upgrade cost. Another advantage to cloud computing is that we no longer face the problem of choosing between obsolete software and high upgrade cost because the service provider will always have the upgraded software. When the application is web-based, updates happen automatically because it is managed by a cloud service provider. Improve document format compatibility. We do not have to worry about the documents that we have created on our machine being compatible with other users' applications or operating systems. Unlimited storage capacity. Cloud computing offers virtually limitless storage. Increased data reliability or backup and recovery. Unlike desktop computing, in which if hard disk crashes and destroys all our valuable data, a computer crashing in the cloud would not affect the storage of our data. Since all the details are stored in the cloud, backing it up and restoring the same is relatively much easier than storing the same on our physical device. Furthermore, most cloud service providers are usually competent enough to handle recovery of information. Seventh, universal document access. Once we register ourselves in the cloud, we can access the information from anywhere where there is an internet connection. Data and services are stored remotely but accessible from anywhere. Our data stay in the cloud and we can access them whenever we have a computer and an internet connection. Documents are instantly available to us whenever we want. 8th, latest version availability. The cloud always provides us the latest version of our documents as long as we are connected. We are not in a danger of having an outdated version. 9th point is device independence. We are no longer attached to a single computer or network. We may move to a portable device or change the computer, but the application and the documents are still available. 10th, hand-picked software and services. Not only that, cloud computing allows us to customize the options with great ease. Here we can handpick just those services and software applications that we think will best suit the particular enterprise. Quick deployment. Once we opt for this method of functioning, the entire system can be fully functional in a matter of few minutes. Now let us move on to the disadvantages of cloud computing. The first one is dependence. Use of cloud computing means dependence on others, and that could possibly limit flexibility and innovation. Second, monopoly. Internet companies like Google, Amazon, and IBM may monopolize the market because of their size. Security. Surrendering all the company's sensitive information to a third-party cloud service provider may put the company to a great risk. With cloud computing, all our data is stored on the cloud. Security could prove to be a big issue as it is still unclear how safe outsourced data is when using these services, and what about the ownership of data? It is not always clear. For example, what happens if the remote server goes down? How will a user then access files? These are some of the problems which are connected with security and which are connected with accessibility. Fourth, it requires a constant internet connection. Cloud computing is impossible if there is no access to the internet. If we do not have an internet connection, then we cannot access anything, even our own documents. In areas where internet connections are unreliable, this could be a bad deal. Fifth disadvantage, does not work well with low-speed connections. A low-speed internet connection makes cloud computing painful and often impossible. Web-based applications require a lot of bandwidth to download, as do large documents. Sixth, features might be limited. Many web-based applications are not full-fledged as their desktop-based applications are. For example, we can do a lot more with Microsoft PowerPoint than with Google Presentations web-based offering. Seventh, cloud computing can be slow. Even with a fast connection, web-based applications can sometimes be slower than accessing a similar software program on our desktop PC. Everything about the program, from the interface to the current document, has to be sent back and forth from our computer to the computers in the cloud. If the internet connection is slow, then we may not get the instantaneous access. Migration issue. Migration problem is very big in cloud computing. The next disadvantage is technical issues. The technology is always prone to failures. Even the best cloud service provider run into this kind of trouble in spite of keeping up high standards of maintenance. We will invariably be stuck in the case of network and connectivity problems. 10th, prone to attacks. Storing information in the cloud could make the company vulnerable to external hack attacks and threats. Nothing on the internet is completely secured, and hence there is always the lurking possibility of stealing sensitive data. Now, what are the goals of cloud computing? To create a highly efficient IT infrastructure system where resources are pooled and costs are aligned with what resources are actually used. Second, to access services and data from anywhere at any time. Third, to scale IT infrastructure quickly, easily, and cost effectively based on the evolving business needs. Fourth, to reduce costs related to IT power consumption. Fifth, to enable anywhere access for ever increasing users. Sixth, to enable rapid provisions for more resources as needed. These are some of the goals of cloud computing. Thank you very much.